BlackRock has purchased 3,950 Bitcoin worth $460.75 million dollars and a staggering 108,000 Ethereum valued at $300 million dollars. Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the XRP holders. Let's dive in and really analyze and see what's happening, because since our last update, a lot has happened. And if you hold XRP, you do want to watch this till the end. So looking across the board, if you're looking at the last 1 hour, we are seeing, significant amount of, if you're looking at the last 24 hours, you're seeing significant amount of increase pretty much market wide. Even if you're looking at the last 1 hour, as we are going into Friday morning, we're seeing something very similar playing out right in front of us. So market is looking really bullish right now. Things we obviously want to see, but let's analyze it and see what has happened for XRP and why this is such an exciting time right now to be paying attention to. So if you're looking at the price of XRP, $2.58, up 5.5% over the last 24 hours. In Bitcoin comparative, we're down a little bit over the last 1 to 2 hours. We're looking at about a 0.6% pullback. Valuation sitting at 152.5 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume is at $6 billion, which is crazy to wrap my head around. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So Anders says, when it becomes obvious to everyone, it's already too late. Therefore, cherish the haters. And the negative comments that you do tend to see. And usually, when we talk about negative comments, they usually do tend to come when the market uncertainty is quite high. People are not as optimistic. Then we usually see that, and as a content creator, I see that firsthand. But when the market starts heating up, a lot of people get very excited, and we're starting to see that really playing out for us right now. So you can see they show you that there's still time left, and I could not agree more. So pretty much going back to what we have been discussing pretty much for the longest time. As you guys know, there's a famous saying in crypto, be greedy while others are fearful, be fearful while others are greedy. The people that were being greedy while there was a lot of uncertainty even within crypto space are, the people that are doing good right now, because those are the ones that have been accumulating, and now, it is really starting to pay off. But just a quick reminder, for those who are still keeping track, US dollar is down 11% year to date. Worst start to the year since 1973, and of course Bitcoin is up 55% since April, and it hits a new record high. If you guys know, the DXY and Bitcoin have a negative correlation, meaning when BTC goes up, you usually do tend to see the DXY going down. And when DXY strengthens, you do tend to see BTC kind of staying stagnant, or might see a little bit of a decrease within its price. But in the long term, we need to also focus on the long term perspective. In the long term, Bitcoin has always outpaced the DXY, and that is obviously a really big signal as to how this asset class is really a hedge against inflation. A perfect example is just right in front of us. And yeah, you can see big week incoming. The U.S. House launches Crypto Week on July 14th. Genius Act, Clarity Act, and Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act. This could be one of the most important weeks in crypto regulatory history, and we know about that because, of course, if you really understand the Genius Act, yes, it is, of course, bringing more, attention to stablecoins, but there's more to it. Crypto in general really gets, a huge push in the right direction. We're already seeing that, big push. If you're looking at TradeFi, TradeFi, what I mean by that is, look at the financial services companies, brokerages, big institutions. They're getting that green light from regulators to, offer crypto or, start taking part of crypto. And that's what we're seeing happen. Some big names across the financial world are coming in, towards crypto. Obviously BlackRock is one of them, Fidelity, Franklin Templeton, the list goes on and on. These big multi-trillion-dollar asset managers are coming on full force because they understand where this market is going. And with these, Clarity Act, Genius Act, these bills really, becoming a real thing, this would make the U.S. the global hub, obviously. So again, as we can tell, big things happening, and we don't really want to be overlooking that. And shout out to Smoke. How quickly can banks roll out XRP powered payments once regulations are set in place? You can see this for yourself. Full implementation, including testing, will be about 2 to 3 months. In some cases, as fast as 3 weeks to have this implemented, within the current TradeFi or financial services industry. This is how fast things can really change. And on top of that, look at this. Federal Reserve Governor Waller says he wants a level playing field. He also stated that nothing is evolving faster or being more disruptive than the payment industry. Stablecoins will foster competition in payments, forcing banks to compete. And we're already starting to see that happening, pretty much worldwide. You're seeing a lot of European banks really coming in and, creating their own platforms, and actually some even starting to offer crypto services to their clientele, and that can just give us more and more understanding as to which direction we're really heading towards. And remember, we saw about the BNY Global, how they're going to be the primary reserve custodian for RLUSD. Shout out to Reese. Reese says this partnership with BNY Global not only strengthens RLUSD's operational transparency and regulatory compliance, but also signals growing institutional adoption of stablecoins, potentially redefining their role in global finance. Big stuff. But now let's take a look at what's happening with the price. So as I indicated to you guys in my previous update, what we saw happening with the dominance was that dominance did not show any strength with this Bitcoin major move that we have seen. But since our last update, you can see that we have seen a little bit of an increase for the dominance. Nothing too crazy. We still have not retested at 65.12%, but we have seen this little bit of an uptick. Why is that happening? Because we did see BTC see a little bit of a minor pullback since hitting a new all-time high at 118,400. You can see we retested 117.5, but we can see things are picking up yet again. So that is quite impressive, for the broader market. Bitcoin is pretty much on the verge of yet again breaking towards a new all-time high, and maybe at the time of you watching this update or earlier in the morning, we are already maybe in the price discovery mode. Bitcoin doesn't seem like it wants to slow down, and the fact that we're approaching $120,000 BTC is crazy for me to wrap my head around, because as I've stated to you guys before, I've been in this space for such a long time, and I personally wish, to be honest, I'm gonna share a story with you guys. Let's go back in time to 2015 to 2016 time. I was obviously saving money, and I wanted to just buy myself. 2016 is when I first bought crypto, of course, but early 2015 is early 2016 is when I was saving my money from working, and then I wanted to just kind of go ahead and treat myself with a nice car, just a nice car. And that time BTC was sitting at around $200, guys, like 200, $300, give or take. XRP was like 0.000 something. I wish I was putting my money full in there rather than to that car, because in terms of how far BTC has come, you guys can even watch the videos on my channel, the early videos. Bitcoin was sitting at $3,000 at that point. I have seen Bitcoin going from nothing to where it's at now, and it's been a crazy ride. And it's just, I think, the beginning still, based off of all the great things that are happening. It's just insane, though, to wrap my head around. So shout out to everyone that has held their Bitcoin. You guys deserve this, more than anyone. In my opinion, again, this is not financial advice. I think BTC, in my opinion, is going to. No one ever imagined. Let's keep this in mind. Never imagined Bitcoin to reach a 6-figure price point. No one imagined that. And we are sitting at almost $120,000 BTC US dollars. And with the amount of capital that's coming in, guys, and obviously if you compare it with gold, if we compare it with gold market cap, Bitcoin is nothing. And remember, Bitcoin's labeled as digital gold. So that could really show you the potential that BTC has. But let's take a look at what's happening with XRP. A very, very exciting time, guys. We have retested the level I've been speaking to you guys about every single day pretty much till now. We have retested the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level for the first time since May. This right here is such an important level and a milestone for XRP right now, because we need to understand one thing. Now, you guys are probably wondering, great, we're in the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level, but what's so exciting this time around? What's so exciting this time around is the fact that we're retesting the same levels as to where we were in May, but if you're looking at the dominance was much lower in May when the price of XRP retested this. So what is this showing you? This is giving me an indication that we are about to see XRP start retesting early 2025 levels and start heading towards all-time highs. And the fact that we're in this range, the 23.6 fib zone, you guys know I treat this as all-time high territory. I think let the fireworks begin. And we're in the 23.6. We have closed the 23.6 just yesterday, and if Friday closes above $2.63, this could be a very exciting weekend. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Thank you for all your support. You guys are amazing. Hit that red subscribe button if you have not done so already. We'll see you guys tomorrow. It's been Crypto ZX, and peace out.